and you're listening to the Traveling Pants of a Single Mom. And today I have Kevin and Marsha. Say hey, y'all.
Hey, how's it going?
All right, so tonight we are going to talk about health and fitness, right?
Yes.
All right, so the first question I have for you guys, who are you and what do you do? So you guys can decide who want to go first.
You want to start?
Yes. So my name is Marsha Smith. I am the co-owner of the BodySmith Inc.
Yeah.
So I'm the other half of our company.
Yes.
Currently, my expertise right now is in developing our meal plans. I also co-write our fitness plans with Kevin, and we're also doing some pretty fun stuff as it relates to something Kevin's gonna talk about. Because we encompass mind, body, and spirit with our company.
Yes. My name is Kevin Smith, and a little bit of my expertise, I'm a pro athlete. I have a background in human development and family studies, as well as a certification in sports conditioning with ACE and National Gym Association. Recently certified as a Jack Canfield success coach. So that's a whole lot of information that we tie into the mind, the body, and the spirit of what encompasses a BodySmith. And people are probably wondering, like, hey, you know, what exactly is a BodySmith? And to be simple, if you think of a bladesmith, a blacksmith, a goldsmith, people had to become an apprentice before they can master their craft.
Absolutely.
And so what we like to do is we like to ask you to just simply become a student of yourself. Master yourself. And in doing so, we can change ourselves, our families, and the communities that we interact.
Nice. I love it. And I like to ask all my guests, how did we connect?
You want the truth?
Yes.
So we met at the Pennsylvania State University.
Yes. Actually, 9 years ago.
9 years ago.
Yesterday.
At a friend's birthday party.
Yes.
Shout out Adam if you're watching.
Yeah.
And we were introduced. We hit it off really great.
Not really. You didn't want to give me your phone number.
Oh.
Okay, so we're doing it that way. Okay.
I want to hear that.
No, I had to be smooth and ask for a BBM in a group and football huddle of people.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, and so I ended up one day after I got her BBM number. I didn't have her phone number yet, and I'm like, you know what? We've been texting all day. How about you give me a call? And I'll just send her my phone number. She calls me up. I'm like, gotcha.
I wasn't trying to give you my phone number, but. We built like a really solid friendship.
Yes.
And we used to see each other pretty often after that at the gym that was on the college campus.
Pretty often means every day.
Okay. And it was really cool because we realized obviously very quickly with the consistency and the time that we were spending at the gym that this was something that we both really loved. And so from there and with other similar likes and interests, we kind of just built and developed things. From that point.
Nice. And how long have you guys known each other?
9 years.
9 years.
9 years.
Nice. Black love, y'all. Black love. I love it.
Yes.
And how soon did you guys realize you both had a passion for health and wellness?
It was immediately.
Immediately.
Like, health and wellness was already at the core of who we are as individuals. And when we got together, it just was magic, you know. Eating well, we were already doing that. Going to the gym, she had her own reasons, I had my own reasons, and eventually we just came together and was like, you know what, I think it's time we start to, you know, take this a little bit further and see how we can not just help ourselves but help other people.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, what it came down to is before certifications and degrees, we had people constantly coming to us asking questions about how it was that we
we're in such great shape.
Right.
What are we eating?
Exactly.
What are we doing differently?
Exactly.
How are we staying committed?
Yeah.
And we loved sharing this information, and when we realized that we were so good at it, it was something we decided we wanted to focus on.
Absolutely, because
Yes.
when I met you for the first time, I was like, her body is life. That's like body.
Thank you.
Yes, body.
Thank you.
Yes. For real.
That's what's up.
For real. So what are some of the obstacles you two face as a company building your brand together?
You know, it's funny you asked that question because in the beginning, we were in college. We had no money. Even our internet was down. And so,
No.
I mean,
We had no internet.
Okay.
We had no internet, and we bummed off of our neighbor's internet.
Well, yes. So what I would do is we would develop programs in our house. The YMCA was like right next door. I would go to the YMCA, sit in the lobby. I would wait till them get into their Wi-Fi, upload everything to YouTube, go back home, make sure it's good, go back to the Y. So it was a day-in-day out process.
Wow.
Yeah, we would stand
But when
committed.
you have that passion,
Yes.
you committed, like you will do anything to get
It
that
didn't matter.
information out there.
Yes.
Absolutely.
We were making videos in our living room.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I know the drill.
That's when it started.
I know the drill. And do you guys have a mission statement?
We do. One of the biggest things that we like to do is make sure that our goal is to help people transform their bodies from the inside out. Our slogan is that everybody can be a BodySmith, so it doesn't matter race, color, creed, age. Our job is to make sure that we share this information with you because we'd rather not die having it. You know, we believe that knowledge plus application equals greatness, and we want to make sure that each and every person out there utilize the knowledge that they have.
Absolutely. So how do you guys develop a rapport with your clients?
Honestly, we do an assessment first, and this is with everybody. You know, we like to make sure that first off, even you may not even like us. You know, we want to make sure that we like each other because when you vibe with each other and everything is cool, then you can tap into people actually utilizing what you have to offer them.
Right.
You know, I don't want to just give you these nutritional guidelines and say, you know, well, farewell. I want to make sure you understand why it is important for you to utilize the services that we provide.
Correct.
When it comes to designing a training program for someone, because we have two different styles of going about it. We have the everyday person that says, I just want six-pack abs, or I want to just do a beginner 6-week training program. Good.
Right.
You can check that out. But then we also customize specifically to tailor everyone's needs because each and every person has their own prescription of health and wellness, and that's what we like to provide. So once we we do our inventory, our assessment with the client, then we take it to the next level because they may say, you know what, I just don't want to work with you. You know, it's okay.
Basically, the first question starts with, what's your goal?
Right.
That's right.
What's your vision of what it is that you want to see?
Absolutely. Nice. So I know you guys within the last few years got married.
Yes.
And you had a little baby boy,
Yes.
and then you have your daughter.
Yes.
So how do you guys juggle work, kids, and a workout schedule?
It's not balance. So a new concept to consider right now is that work-life balance does not exist. It's work-life integration. Because the reality is you cannot separate, you can't separate the aspects of who you are, right? They have to come together cohesively.
Yes.
So something that we do very, very, very well is we force each other to prioritize ourselves individually. So it is very important for Kevin to be able to do things that Kevin needs and wants to do. And it's important for me to do the same because the reality is when we came together, we were individual people, right? So I have to be able to do things that indulge me outside of being a wife, outside of, work, outside of being a mom, because when I'm 100% individually and when he's 100% individually, we're amazing together and we're amazing for our kids.
Yes, black love.
And you have to be just ready to adjust on the fly because you never know. Having children, you get calls, in the afternoon, early in the morning, and she may not be able to go, but I may have to go.
Yeah.
And so having the ability to own your own company, it provides that flexibility to say, you know what, babe, I got it this time.
Right.
You know, this year we did something different. We had our daughter in a after school program the last few years, and now we're like, you know what, let's pull her out. Let's let her come home. Let's do some things with her. And so what I do is in the afternoons, I drop her off in the morning, every morning at 8 a.m. and I pick her up every afternoon, you know, and it makes her happy. It takes stress off of my wife, and the family can function a little bit more. So we don't just get our individual time. Our daughter does as well.
Yes, teamwork makes the dream work. Because
Yes.
I did see you guys do a video where you were addressing.
Was it breastfeeding?
Not the breastfeeding, but I mean, what was your thing? The one I was talking about was you really putting it out there, like how it's hard and almost impossible. Not really impossible, because a lot of single women, a lot of single parents, but you were addressing how you felt, like how it's hard out here in the city streets to be a parent, and you don't see how people do it by themselves.
I listen. Being a parent is one of the most humbling experiences of all. And the thing is, dads have this bad rap. You know, dads, you know, and so for me, I just want to be the best Kevin, father, husband, all that I can potentially be. I don't want to be defined by those statistics. And so therefore, you know, it's a choice. I made a choice to be a great husband. I made a choice to be a great dad. And the vision that I have from it just drives everything else that I want to do. So it's not like someone has to tell me to, you know, wake up and you know, check your daughter's homework. I check her math homework every single day. You know, no one has to say, go, you know, pick up your son. I'll go and grab him, and so I haven't missed a doctor's appointment yet. You know,
that's what I'm talking about.
You know, my wife, when she was pregnant, I went to every single appointment. The only one I missed was randomly, because she randomly in the middle of the day had to go, and they're like, "Where's your husband?" And that's good, you know. So
like, they know, like, he's
I just don't understand how parents can do it alone, you know, because you need your own time. And right now, I'm watching my son. He's really sick. Been sick the last few days, and there's things that I have to get done for our business. So, you know, you talk about waking up, trying to feed him, change his diapers, wipe his nose,
every single thing,
while trying to put a paper together at the same time. It's really challenging.
It's challenging, and people underestimate what it takes to be a parent. For real, you know, and not only that, what it takes to be a single parent. I'm a single parent, so I know the struggle is real. You have to be in so many places at one time. My daughter is so active, she's in everything. I have to be here, there, everywhere, and it's like, my God. And these kids, they look for you. They look for you to show up. Like, you can tell, like, they'll say, "Oh no, it's okay if you can't make it," but they're looking in that crowd, and they will text you. They say, "Oh, did you see what we did?" So they know. They know. Like, you was there. You wasn't there. You ain't see that. You wasn't there. Like, I had the last event my daughter had. It was at a different school, so we didn't know where to go. We lost and everything. I had to make sure I had my story straight to let her know, like, I had to make sure, because we had to walk from one lot to the next, and it was like a long walk. So I missed the whole 9 minutes of the program, and that 9 minutes was, she danced in two dances. Very crucial. I said, I'm not moving this car. When we get out of this show, we walking. So she could see what I had to do to get here. But for real, it's very hard.
What was I wearing?
Next to me. Exactly. They be wanting details. Like, you can't even front. Like, I was there. Well, when we did this, you seen when I messed up? But so I like the togetherness that you guys have, and I watch you guys' videos, and I'm like, okay, I see them. So I see y'all.
It's my best friend for real.
Y'all making me laugh. Okay, so what keeps you too motivated to continue growing and building your clients and your brand?
It's similar to what Kevin said earlier. We have a lot of information, and it would be absolutely selfish of us to, like, keep that here. We talked about the fact that we have nothing but the best desires to see the people around us level up.
Yes.
Right? The reality of every single relationship is every relationship is about give and take.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So I have to be able to give you something, and at the same time as you're taking things, right? We've got to be able to like pour into other people, and that brings us like absolute joy.
And not just that, there's 7 billion people on this planet.
Mm-hmm.
You know, to be a child of God, the mission is to really help everybody, as many people as we can. And so it's hard to filter through what's true, you know, what's real and what's great information. And we have a lot of really great information. And so we want to share that. And so the more we get a chance to interact with our friends, the local community, we'll be able to start to touch those communities outside of us. And so we're going to take it one person at a time and just keep building from there.
Nice. And how do you create your workout programs? Are they made specific for each client?
Yes, that's exactly what we were saying before. We have 2 different ways of going about it. So if you go to our website right now, thebodysmithplan.com, you'll see that on there we have a 6-week training program. We have a 6-week training program. So whether you're a beginner or an advanced, it is a true 6-week, 42 days built in. You know, it's built-in rest periods as well as nutritional secrets as well. We have a BodySmith program. One of the biggest things that women are working to develop are those glutes. You know, the people want to know the secret to the glutes. There's a lot of secrets right in there. Again, that's a 6-week training program, so something separate. And then you have your 28-day abdominal workouts as well. So when I was working for Gold's Gym out in Orlando, and I love Gold's Gym, it was simply amazing. When I was working there, people would come to you and they would say, "Hey, I just want to work my abdominals. I just want to work my butt." And the reality is, being a great trainer, you know you have to work everything from the ground up. We don't want to leave anything behind. And so when people try to forcefully give you, if you want to come work here, you know, your biceps, but I'm training your thighs the entire time, you're going to be upset. You're not going to get what you want. So it was a little bit of a give and take. Let me supply you with what you want, and as I'm teaching you, I'm going to help you understand why everything else is important. So our website is kind of set up like a one-stop shop. You know, you're looking for this, we got it. You want that, we got it. You need something customized, we got it. We do that as well. So there's plenty of ways we help each other out, but customization is one of the things we certainly do.
Yeah, absolutely. And so I think you mentioned a little bit, so you guys also create meal plans, because I've had a trainer before and they just train sometimes you want a meal plan to, you know, whatever. So you guys also create meal plans.
We do. The reality of health and wellness, fitness, designing the body that you want is nutrition is like your foundation.
People say it's 80-20, I think it's 90-20. 90-10, I believe it's 90-10.
Seriously. It is like key to developing the body that you want. So if it's a matter of you want to build mass and you're trying to build like size in certain areas, your nutrition has to be on point. If you're trying to lean out, your nutrition has to be on point. Like every step of the way, you've got to be eating and fueling your body with the proper nutrients in order to be able to construct what you want to construct.
Nice. So how do you guys feel, or do you recommend these diets like the keto and the Atkins? Is those a part of your meal plans, or you guys stay away from those? How do you feel about those diets? Because they popping right now.
My opinion about diets is backtrack. There are some benefits to diets. Short-term benefits, I would say, to some degree.
If you're not disciplined, it doesn't matter what diet you have. It just doesn't matter. You have to stay disciplined. The why has to be that important. There's a different way that you eat for a cross-country or a marathon runner than you eat as a bodybuilder. So these diets, are they effective? Yes. There's 7 billion people in the world. There's a statistic you can pull from that, you know, it may say 75% of this diet works, and they only use 200 people in their sample. That's a small portion of people. So are fad diets in right now? You know, they're in. Do they work? It's not the way I like to go about it, because I believe there's a difference between diet and healthy lifestyle. I'd rather not a healthy lifestyle. I'd rather not say go on this diet for 6 weeks. I want to change your life forever. That's what we are. That's what the BodySmith plan is all about.
And the other thing too is when people are on diets, sometimes what I hear, and you guys might be able to relate. You hear people almost feeling bad.
Negativity.
You feel bad. Oh man, I can't eat this and I can't eat that.
Yeah.
I wish I could. I can't wait until I'm off this diet. And the intention isn't deprivation. Like we eat with intuition.
Right.
You know, what is my body feeling at the same time, keeping in mind what is
the first thing we ask everybody to do, and if you haven't done this, it is important that you do. We ask everybody to get their blood work done, a full blood panel. Doctors can tell you exactly what is going on in the body because our body is nothing but switches, chemicals, blood, things going through our body. And so people have to make sure that they're good. If I try to sit here and give you a nutritional plan and you haven't gone to your doctor and you have too much vitamin C and I give you nothing but fruits with vitamin C in it, it is not effective for you. It's a problem. So people should get their blood work done first, and then we should be concerned about, well, what else do I eat or what am I missing? What vitamins and nutrients do I need?
Yes. Nice. Now for me, I've been on a weight gain journey my entire life.
Yes.
So for those that are underweight that's trying to gain, what are some tips you can give for myself? Where I'm struggling, because I did and it worked, but it's super temporary.
Yes.
It's this thing called amphetamine. It's like a syrup, and it increases your appetite. Because for me, my appetite is just not popping.
Yes.
It's like I just have like a lack of appetite.
Yes.
So somebody told me about it, and I started taking it, and it definitely worked. It increased my appetite. I gained weight and everything, but one is once you stop using it, it reverts. You lose your appetite, and it goes back to it's like something you have to continue to take. And then on top of that, when I did have the appetite, I was eating everything in sight, and I was gaining weight.
Yes.
But then I wasn't comfortable because everything was here.
Sitting there, yes.
And I looked like I was 3 months pregnant.
Yes.
So what are some things that I can do to one that might be more permanent?
Yes.
Then, okay, I'm taking this, it's increasing my appetite. I was going to the gym and everything, but what can I do that's more permanent for me to gain weight and also have a body?
Well, people should remove the standard of breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Just remove it. The same thing with a 9 to 5. Just remove it because your body understands caloric intake. You take in the calories, I burn it, we're going to have to take in some more. And so when you start to miss a meal, your body doesn't say, oh, I'm just going to, wait for you to feed me again. No, it starts eating itself. It starts because your body understands survival. So the goal there is to make sure, hey, listen, you didn't eat. Remember, you usually feed me at 9 o'clock. You missed that meal. At 12 o'clock, you're going to be looking for the next one. Listen, your body will start eating away at itself, and now you're going at a further deficit. You want to start to slowly increase your calories per day. And so if you're on a 2,000 caloric diet right now, and you're getting that in 3 meals, you may want to add one small meal that has maybe 300 to 500 calories because your stomach expands and shrinks based off of what it's given. And so that's why as a competitive bodybuilder, we eat all the time. You're like, how does he eat all that food and stay in such great shape, and where's it going? No, we're feeding our muscles, we're feeding our fuel. And people run away from carbohydrates. That's a whole nother story, right? Yeah. I always say to people, when you get in your car and the light is on 8, or if the light is on saying that it's empty, you don't drive it, do you? No. It's the same thing with carbohydrates. You need to make sure you have the proper fuel in your body. So carbs are good. It's just that we eat too many of them. Right. We eat too many. Or the wrong type. Or the wrong type, So one of the best things you can do is slowly incorporate an additional meal. So you may have 3 meals right now. You can add a 4th really small meal, maybe some yogurt with some granola, a little bit of fruit on top of that, and maybe a slice of avocado, and bam, you're good. X amount of calories just went up in your body. Trail mix.
PBJ.
When I was on my journey, because I was wanting everything to be high calorie, I did learn a lot about calories and things that I didn't even know. Like a banana is 100 calories, and I'm like, damn, I would never think, Like, so I would pack on the calories, and I started, learning. Okay, boom, I should do this and do that. But like I said, it was like I have this issue with a lack of appetite. So it's like once I stop taking that syrup, it's like, damn, I'm hungry. Like
another big thing is, do you find yourself having more of an active lifestyle, or was it active before and you started to slow down? That makes a big difference as well, because when you're burning that fuel, trust me, you're gonna eat. You know, and so we want to make sure that we consistently are moving. Get up, even if you take a walk, go for a bike ride. You know, those type of activities will make sure that you
absolutely. And I can really, I never thought about it like that, but I can definitely agree, because in that time of my life, I was going to the gym. So I definitely cannot go work out on a hungry belly, because I will be in there flat on my face. So I definitely know, like, I have to eat before I go to the gym.
Depends, because if you're doing fasted cardio, that's all.
Well, it would be something like I would eat like a banana, and like I had started drinking Ensure, so like I'll drink an Ensure and eat a banana before I go. But I just know that I wouldn't be able to go on like an empty stomach. I have to definitely have something in me. Then me and the kids, we started riding bikes. So I noticed that if we riding bikes, I have to eat. One time I made a mistake and didn't. I was about to pass out. Like my mom was here from Jersey, and I was like, Ma, I gotta lay down. I feel like I'm gonna, you know, whatever. So I definitely I do know that eating, with being more active, you do have to eat more, because you feel it.
And we have to teach our bodies. We have to teach our bodies what to do, because our body's always waiting to level up, to go to that next phase of transition. What is it that you want to do? And as long as you start to guide your body, the rest of it will follow. So make sure, if you're out there and you are living a sedentary lifestyle, just start walking. Get up and walk for 20, 30 minutes a day. That's really what you need.
Break it up if you have to.
I mean, if we go
there's this misconception that like a workout session has to be done in one sitting, and the reality is it does not have to be. You can still be as effective if you were to break a 60-minute workout into 20-20-20, or a 30-minute workout into 10-10-10.
If it wasn't possible, I couldn't sell 30-minute sessions. I can destroy somebody in 30 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah, so you can get it done. Whatever time you have, you can utilize it every single day. But most important, if you're eating right, trust me, you'll see the body transform easily.
And eating right does not consist of just only eating salads. It's like that your body is not going to survive off that.
Okay, Tali had a question.
It says, do you provide workout tips with the diet plan?
Oh, yes, we do. We certainly do. We definitely provide workout tips with our nutritional guidelines. And because it's important, we want to make sure that you not only get the opportunity to eat well, but then we also encourage people to go out and be active.
Anything else?
What are the wrong carbs to eat?
Okay. With carbohydrates, things just happen to break down into glucose, which turn into sugar.
And sugar turns into fat, depending on when.
And so it depends, because if you just got out of an extremely difficult leg workout, you having a little bit of sugar is okay. You need that energy to get you back, to balance. So it's all about timing. Like, I'd rather eat a muffin right before I do a leg workout versus eating it after, There's also complex carbs, such as like sweet potatoes, that they have a different release of when that energy is available to you for a workout. Same thing like pasta. So it's not really that there are bad carbs. It's the matter of utilizing the carbohydrates properly. People probably had too many simple carbs because they break right down into sugar. So if you have a piece of candy, I mean, we already know what happens.
Chips.
Anything else on your end?
No.
All right. And what do you find best works to keep your clients engaged and motivated?
Providing them with more resources, giving them more information, because here's the thing that I believe separates us from other companies, and this is big because people know that I'm a competitive bodybuilder, and they think that everybody I work with has to be a bodybuilder type. Everyone's going to compete, and that's not the case. We want to make sure that people are healthy on all levels, and so the goal really is to ensure that people stay focused, they stay committed. You lead by example. People know I eat well. People know I train hard. People know that when they see me, when they see my wife, that time is going to be spent focused solely on them. It is us, it's them, and it's the movie that we want to create.
Right.
When you go to a movie theater, what you looking for? You want a great time.
Yeah, right.
You want some action. You might see some tears. You might, some heartbreak.
Absolutely.
I mean, everything. So we want a full motion picture. So when you come in, that's what we want. If you having a bad day, give it to the workout.
Yeah.
You're not feeling well, give it to the workout. Something's wrong at home, give it to the workout.
Yeah.
Listen, you feeling good, give it to the workout. That's right. So that's what it is. And we don't just work on nutritional guidelines and training programs. We have a segment called BodySmith. And the BodySmith segment is all about becoming a master of your mind.
Yep.
And so there we just take it outside of not just transforming your body. Here's what we're going to transform in your life. We help people create life purpose statements. We help people properly set up goals and affirmations the right way. We help people understand the power of visualization, creating vision boards, and then transitioning all that stuff into their life. Because what we notice is the way people act in front of you in the gym, 9 times out of 10 they're doing the same thing in their life. So if somebody comes to us and they're being lazy, you're probably lazy in your habits at home. You're probably lazy in your relationships. Then we say anything else. Seriously, but you get people that are committed.
Break it down.
You get people that are committed, you just know. Because I don't care if the workout is tough and challenging. The fact that you keep getting up, and I'm talking that Rocky mentality. The fact that you keep getting up and you just saying, I'm going to come back for more. Guess what? By the time it's over, you done made it.
Yeah.
And when it's done, you feel great. You feel accomplished.
Yeah.
And then tomorrow you come back. Now, I might be crazy, but you crazy for returning.
Right.
So that's what we share. We share all of that excitement, energy. We generally want to see people excel, and if we find something that we can utilize in our lives, we make sure to utilize it in theirs as well.
Yes, I love the passion. That's the people you want to work with. When people are passionate about what you know they truly care about what they do and what they're feeding you, what they're giving you.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's true.
Anything you good?
That's true.
Okay. And how many days a week do you guys suggest a person to work out?
You want me to?
So the aim would be 150 minutes
per week.
Plus another 150 cardio and resistance training, strength training.
Yeah, you need balance in both of them.
That is the guidelines that the USDA and the Health Association put out there, is that 150 minutes of cardio, 150 minutes of resistance training, however you want to break it down. Now people have different goals. And based off of their goals and the time they have available, then we have to tell them to what they have. Because if someone says, well, Kevin, you recommend I come 4, but I can only do 2, you better believe I'm gonna give you what you need to do.
And it's also how your body responds. So like my body responds to cardio like this. So I will drop all the weight, but that's maybe not necessarily what I want to do.
Right.
And maybe my preference is to build. So I'm going to do more strength training. Then I'm gonna
I was gonna get into that, because for me, I was gonna say for me I'm trying to gain is not what I used to do when I work out. I would go in and I would warm up like a 10-minute run.
Yes.
And then but then I wouldn't do any more cardio.
Yes.
I would try to do other. So is that the proper way for me? Because I don't want to lose, and I don't know if they say cardio.
Well, let's break it down. Let's break it down.
Okay.
All right. So let's talk about the average woman that wants to build some nice glutes, right? But she's running on the treadmill all day. If she's running on the treadmill all day and she steps off and realizes they're flat, the question is why? Because she just got there and burned a bunch of calories. She never built the muscle at all.
Yes.
And so when it comes to that, you may have to, because even for myself, if I start doing a bunch of cardio, I'm gonna start trimming down real fast. And so what I do is I go into the resistance and the weight training portion of it, which people tend to get worried about and get afraid of. And let's break that myth. Because underneath the skin, everybody has muscle.
Right.
If you don't work the muscle, you break it down, and then you got a real problem.
Right.
And so what I would recommend is that people start to pick up the tempo in their resistance training programs. But first you have to practice technique. So make sure your form is tight and everything is good and proper form. Once you get there, then you can start to worry about speed and tempo and picking those things up. But I guarantee you, if you give every ounce of energy to every single rep, to every single set, to each and every workout, you'll be sweating before you move into your second exercise.
Right.
I can get somebody turned up in the first 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I can make it 5 depending on what we're doing.
Yeah.
You look like you. I'm scared.
Yes.
No.
So it's you got to take care of your heart. Mm-hmm. You have to take care of your heart. So this is not me saying do not do cardio. You should. But everybody has a different time. Some people have to be on the Stairmaster for an hour and a half, every other day. Mm-hmm. I get up there in 20 minutes, I'm good. Right. That's it. Bike ride, 15 minutes, I'm good, but then I put all of that energy and speed into my workout. Mm-hmm. How I move from my chest to my legs to my back. And it depends. For ladies, they get the most benefits overall doing compound movements. Mm-hmm. Working multiple muscles at a time.
Okay. Yeah. There's this misconception though that women who do strength training are gonna turn into like bodybuilders. Mm-hmm. Like you stop it. Then they're gonna develop these massive muscles and they're gonna look manly. And the reality is, we would have to put our bodies through some extreme like workout and dietary restrictions in order to achieve a body like that. Our bodies are just not made like that. Mm-hmm. So we have the ability to construct strong, lean bodies without looking manly.
It's all about what you want to do. If you want muscle separation, we can help you with that.
Yeah.
If you want to just build a little bit of size, we can help you with that. We work with everyone from models on the New York Fashion Week runway to the person that's just running through the neighborhood. Yeah. So it's all based off of your needs. How far do you want to go? We have clients that says, listen, I don't want an 8-pack that's ripped. I just want a flat stomach. There's a way to do that. Mm-hmm. So it's all about your focus and attention and then working with the right people, which are us.
Nice. And I want some tips for the men out here who be big up here and still down here. You tell them what they're doing wrong. Listen. There's a lot of them out here. There's a lot of them.
Everybody want to be a lion, but don't nobody want to be a lion. Look, the truth is, people run from leg day.
That's like the best day. That's your base.
I used to like leg day.
Your base.
I used to love it.
And think about society. There's trends right now. Back in the day, people used to really like a man that had like nice, strong, solid base. Mm-hmm. Now, if you got a nice chest and some arms, you good. Right. That's why you get the guys when you go to the club. Serious. No. That's why you get the guys when you go to the club. They got a chest and the arms out, and then they take the shit off, and nothing's there.
No,
or the legs that look like toothpicks.
Intimidating. Leg day can be intimidating. That's what it comes to me. That's what.
Is it, guys? Is leg day intimidating?
What y'all think?
No.
It must be because they short straight away from legs and be all up top. And then I go to the gym, they be buff up here and then legs be too. I'm like, damn, you like
that. Means there's too many women out there wanting guys with small legs.
That's what happens.
And big chests.
Get out of here, Kevin. Get out of here.
If more ladies start putting out that they want guys with better legs, I bet you see more guys hitting legs in the gym. I bet you. Because every Monday is chest day.
Whatever.
And then some people it's Tuesday too, and then Wednesday. You know who you are.
It's the truth though, it's the truth. Because I see it every day. I see it on my timeline, all that summertime come out.
And it's time too. You gotta put a lot of time into your leg workouts. I mean, you can do a solid leg workout in 45 minutes. I like to spend maybe 90 minutes to 2 hours when I do mine. But a lot of people work, they have limited time and they go, you know what? All I got time for is chest. All I got time for is back. I'm gonna work my arms out. They hit the muscles that look good first. And then usually they don't have time to invest in everything else. Right. And I think that's what makes us special as well. We like to make sure your entire body looks good.
We break it down.
We break it down.
So would you suggest, because I know when I was going to the gym, I would do arm day, Monday, legs Tuesday, arm, or abs, core this day. Is it good to break it down like that?
I would say it's goal specific, yes. Depending on what your needs are. Some people, they do a push-pull day because they get a better response. Everyone's body type is different.
So those are like complementary. Yeah. So that's like abs and back.
Or chest and back.
Right.
Right. But it's a combination. So it really depends on what your goals are.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Because I don't know what my goal is. I just knew I just wanted a shorter, flat stomach. And just tone,
Yes,
that's what I was going for.
Write it down. That's what I encourage people to do. Create some goals, write them down. That's the most important part, because there's a stat that says people who write their goals down are 55% more likely to accomplish their goals than people who do not. So you're already ahead of the game, and if you write it down and review it every now and then, you got 100 plus. More chance of getting those things accomplished. So write your goals down. Take a realistic look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself what you want. You don't have to sit here and have chiseled up abs. You may just want a flat abdomen, and that's all you want.
Yeah.
You know, but people are afraid to look at themselves because that's how a real health coach, personal trainer, personal coach, whatever you want to call us, you know, that's how we look at it. You have to first say, this is really who I am, this is really what I want, and then we can say, all right, we meet you there, let's go get it.
And you have to be willing to put in the time.
Yes.
Okay. Now, do you work out with your clients together, or do you guys have separate strengths?
Well, okay. Ask that question again. I'm sorry. So I understand that. So I'll make sure I answer.
So do you guys, like, say if I came in as a client,
yes.
am I working out with both of you guys, or do you just specialize in, okay, I'm going to show you this meal plan, or I work on core and then I do this part, or do you guys just work as a team with the client?
I would say it's a combination of both because most of the time people end up meeting with myself. Based on the workload that we have. Marsha usually is the one who works with me designing all of the programs, the nutritional guidelines, the specifics of it all. We get together, we collaborate on this person, their goals, this particular type of exercise. If she's available, yeah, she'll be there. If I'm available, yeah, I'll be there. You want us both? Hey, let's make it happen. Yeah. There are some people that, yes, we jump in a set. Because one, we don't just tell you what to do, we demonstrate it.
Yes.
You know, we make sure you got the technique and form down. Two, you know, we make sure that depends on that person. Some people need a person to work out with. And so if I have to jump in there for a little bit in my workout, that's going to happen. We had a client yesterday, she's preparing for her sprint, her track and field season. I was chasing her the entire time. Yeah, she was not coasting. I was chasing. I said, pretend a dog's chasing you.
Right.
Now it's me. That's it. Yes.
Nice. So as a team, what do you think your greatest strengths are, and what do you feel your weaknesses are?
If there was a weakness, Marsha covered mine. If there was, I'd say she covered it, because anytime that I feel like I'm unsure of something, she always has the answer. And I would say vice versa. Our greatest strength, belief in all the craziness that we do. I come to her and I did. Hey, Marsha, I got this crazy idea. You got it, babe. She got it. Because all the energy comes through, and she's like, all right, let me tone this. Let me get that energy together, and then this is what you're trying to say. Yes, you can do it. We support each other no matter what. There's no dream, no vision, no wants too out of control. We support each other all the way throughout. There's always a way to make it happen.
Yep. Oh, I love it. Let me see. I did that one. Let's see. So we're getting close to the end. 10 years from now, where do you see your business?
I have a vision that, it's funny because I got this shirt that says 1 in a million, and I always say 1 in a billion. And so we would like to touch 1 billion lives within the next 10 years. That's one of the biggest things. Our goal is to have our business self-sufficient, so that we can do more public speaking events, start to teach in other
we want to get from behind the screen and like interact.
Certainly, because the plan from the very beginning was to make sure that our kids were taken care of. Their kids were taken care of. And at the same time, we're already like, okay, so after this, what is next for us? Because we want to have multiple retirements. So the next thing would be to teach at universities. We are motivational speakers. Traveling the world and sharing the knowledge to educate people, because there's a whole lot of people that do not have access to this information. And it's funny because we're sandwiched in the middle of the older generation who are just finding out that like health is so important. And so we had our ear to the future, to that world saying, okay, we're in our 20s and 30s, let us go ahead and like start making a change now. And then we have a bunch of youth underneath us that's looking for mentorship and guidance. So we want to be the face of just that change and that movement of people that are bridging that gap between the old and the new, and saying, listen, everyone's right. We just have to listen to one another and work together and start to just really make change. So would you
guys even consider opening your own center, like your own fitness center, and just having this one big wellness and wealth? Because I feel like I I feel it. I mean, just the passion behind, like I said, just the passion behind what you're saying, what you guys do, the love in your marriage. It's like you guys can definitely take on the world. I freaking love it.
Keep speaking that into existence. It's such a big thing. One thing that we haven't mentioned that we should is that Marsha is the head of our scholarship foundation, the BodySmith Scholarship Foundation. And just to touch on that real quick, because we like to, our goal is to provide, right now our target goal is $10,000. We want to raise $10,000 to sponsor, whether we break it down into 10 1,000 scholarships or 2 5,000 scholarships, one male, one female, because in college we had some struggles, and we want to make sure that these people are knowing that someone's out there trying to help them out. So that's coming soon. We want to get that up by fall to 2019. And another thing is, another part of that scholarship foundation is we want to work with the groups of kids between the age of 12 to 17. So if you were a child and you wanted to go to a special program and your parents didn't have the money, they could write a letter to us and say, hey, I want to go to this summer camp. It's going to advance my life in this way. We want to go ahead and invest in the kids. So
yes, I love it. Any questions, Tony? All right. And what are some words of encouragement would you leave with the viewers that are watching for them to stop what they're doing and sign up with you guys today?
Kevin kind of like touched on it. What makes us different is the intention is to change who you are from the inside out. So the goal is not to give you a plan and say, great, here you go. Now like bust out these crunches. Now you've got these like amazing abs. Like the goal isn't to portray a mask or a facade of just the external, because the reality is the external comes and goes, right? What really stays and what really pushes through is the mind. And so for us, we want to be able to give people tools. We want you to have tools that stick with you from now and on. We want to be able to give you a plan that grows with you. We want to be able to make you self-sufficient. And so our intention, again, is to grow with people through the different stages of life, whether you're like a single person, whether you're a young person, whether you're an older person and you just figured out that this is super important. Whatever stage you're at, we want to meet you there.
Yeah, and another thing, when you were a kid, if there are any children here, whatever, when you were a kid, right, there was a combination to getting an A. You had to do all of these things to get an A. Right. You know, and so when you did them, you felt like you got the biggest reward ever. The tools that we have, we unlock the combination to your success. We teach you how to eat the right way. We teach you how to train properly, and we teach you how to have success in other areas of your life. So if you're one of those people out there that are thinking that, now is the time, I would encourage you to definitely do it, because 5 years from now, you're going to look back and be like, man, I should have started 5 years ago. That's what happens. Think about it. If you can tell yourself right now, right, whatever age you are, if you can just subtract 10 years, you probably would go back to that and just say, man, I got all this knowledge.
It's like, oh, I looked my best then. There are all of these things that you should have, could have, would have.
And the moment is right now. Right now. We cannot change the past. We can learn from it, but we can do something right now. E plus R equals O. The event plus your response will equal your outcome. You may not be able to change the event, but you can change your response to it. And that response is going to give you the outcome that you're looking for. So come with us.
So check them out. So now if anybody want to check you guys out and get some, do you guys, never mind, I wouldn't even ask that because it wouldn't make any sense. But let the people know where they can hit you up. Well, actually it probably would make sense for people that are out of state, because we have people everywhere. So for people that are out of state that can't physically work out with you guys, but want to get some workout plans, some regimens. Do you guys provide that?
We certainly do. We certainly do. Yes.
We have done that before. So right now we are able to set up consultations through a variety of different mediums, whether that be FaceTime, whether that be Skype. We do have, for folks that are within the local area of for us, like Orlando and local surrounding areas, we do have like in-person visits that we are able to set up. So yes,
definitely. And another piece of that is we're your virtual trainer. So you can FaceTime us, you can take us right into the gym with you, and we'll be right there yelling through the phone.
Nice.
We will make this happen right through the screen.
So there's no excuse?
There's no excuse.
None.
No. Visit thebodysmithplan.com. You can also send us an email at info@thebodysmithplan.com. There you can request, whatever services you need from us, from a nutritional guide to our training programs. We can customize those. If you need us to, be present with you in the gym on FaceTime, we schedule that as well. If you don't have FaceTime, there's Skype and there's other forms of media. But you get the point. There's no answer. That we do not have.
Yeah. Okay. So you did touch base on some of you guys' handles where they can get in contact with you guys. So is there any other Instagram, Facebook?
Oh, YouTube. Visit our YouTube channel. Visit our YouTube channel at The BodySmith Plan.
Yes.
That's right.
And then our Instagram, The BodySmith Plan.
The BodySmith Plan.
And our Facebook,
The BodySmith Plan. That's it.
Yes. I love it. Is there any other information that I may not, or questions that I didn't ask, that info that you guys want to give out, or anything else you think we touched it all?
I have a question.
Yes.
When you're working out, is it better to work in the morning or at night?
Depends on the person. It really depends on the person, because you have to know your power times. When is it best for you to work, and when is it for you to train? Because you have a process goal, and then you have like an action goal. And so if you are, really trying to prepare for a particular event, the time that you're going to need to get prepared for it may require you to work in the morning, in the midday, or even at night, depending on what it is. For the average person, knowing your power hours, and most people right now are working a 9 to 5, so you're either going to get up very early, or you're going to get up, go very, very late. And so if you're an early bird, get there early, stay committed, make it happen. One day turns into 2, 2 turns into 3, and you just build on top of that. The hardest thing to do is to start and to take action, and you just need to jump right in. Because when you jump right in, that's when you get the feedback. Your body will tell you, hey, this was awesome, that was great, let's do it again. And you just got to be consistent. They say it takes 13 weeks to master anything. 13 weeks to master anything, and that's one thing at a time. But it takes 30 days to change a behavior. And so for the next 30 days, if you're like, man, I don't know if mornings are the best for me, start going in the morning for the next 30 days. If you miss a day, you got to start all over again. And at the end of that 30 days, if it doesn't work out, right?
Well, here's the other thing too to keep in mind. You're either interested or you're committed.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm either interested in like having a real, like changing my body and looking a certain way, which means that like I may commit to this schedule that maybe I don't necessarily love, but that is what works best for my life.
Yes.
Or I'm committed, so regardless, hell or high water, I'm going to make it there. I'm gonna make it there. And there's a difference.
Yeah, and do it before you're trapped in a corner, because sometimes we don't become aware until something really bad happens. A family member had a heart attack. Then you're like, oh my gosh, I gotta work out. Let's not scare ourselves and live on the edge, because fear is fantasized experiences appearing real. We're putting all this worry out there to something that may never happen, but what we can take care of is ourselves right now. So there's nothing to be afraid of. Get out there, get started today. If you have any questions, contact us. We're more than willing to answer your questions, and we'll see where things go from there.
Nice. And thank you. You answered one of my questions from last week's episode. We were trying to figure out how many days or how long does it take to make something from a habit to being, permanent action.
Yes.
So you answered that for me.
Yes.
And I was like last week, like, what is it? Is it 60 days? Is it 90 days?
Yeah.
But
we
it's 30
literally
days.
for like New Year's. So for New Year's, what we've done is we've chosen 4 things. And when I say we, that's myself, that's Kevin, that's our daughter Michaela. We've chosen 4 things that we are gonna master this year.
52 weeks in a year. Each goal takes 13 weeks. So we'll be able to master 4 new things. They say anything beyond 4, you're gonna run into some issues. But again, changing the behavior is 30 days, 30 consecutive days.
Right.
So
if you mess up, if you miss a day,
you gotta start over at 1. That's right. You start right back over.
And that's okay. I think people have to handle things with a little bit of grace. Like the reality is life happens.
Right.
So there are days where you are tired. There are days where like things happen to pop up. Reset.
Yes, you gotta forgive yourself, have a strong network of people around you, because what happens is someone's like, as soon as you tell them a goal, they're like, you can't do that.
Right.
But usually it's what they can't do. So let no one else, do not allow anyone else's fears or problems or responses become your own. That's right.
Nice. I love it. Thank you so much,
guys,
for coming in on my show. Like, this was so informative. And I'm sure people are really gonna like
we hope you do.
Information.
Yes.
So thanks again, guys, for coming in. So guys, thanks for listening. Thank you
so much.
Who were interacting and asking questions. I do appreciate it. Thanks for listening to the Traveling Pants of the Single Mom. We out.
All right.